Mobile television production facilities for this broadcast are made possible by a grant from Walmart. Walmart, with their location on the Whitehorse Pike in Somerdale. You're watching Sterling High School Channel 19, winner of the Mid-Atlantic Emmy Award for the Best Live Game Broadcast. Serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Somerdale, and Stratford.
And welcome back, everybody. It's the second of 4 games here at Sterling High School in the quarterfinal round of the Camden County Tournament. Sterling taking on Bishop Eustace. A noon start right here from the castle. Interesting game. Camden beat PBI in the first game 74-56 to move up to 22-2 overall. It was just DJ Wagner went off, 20-plus points out of him. And it was just a thrilling game nonetheless. And you look at the standings there, you look at Bishop Eustace, Paul VI, almost right next to each other, 16-3, 15-7. So this is a two really good teams stuck in a really tough conference with Camden in there. And you look at the matchup here, 17-5 Sterling coming in here, averaging 56 points per game, giving up just a shade under a little over 50 points per game. CJ Mundell leading the way. 15 points, although Jadis McFadden coming up big over the last several games, having some really, really big games, Kevin.
Yeah, Sterling right now, again, has had a few tough games here and there and are really struggling with getting things going. Guys taking on different roles, but I think they're trying to play their way through it, and you have to feel like they'll be able to do that.
Look at the series notes here. Sterling, the series tied at even at 1 apiece. Sterling last win came back in 2006, and Bishop Eustace won in 2009. And looking at the numbers here, just from a number standpoint, Schulze, very, very similar.
Yeah, no doubt about it when you look at the overall numbers, and just shapes up to be a real good matchup. Sterling looking to get back on track from the Haddonfield game.
All right, let's get a chance to meet the Sterling varsity basketball team.
CJ Mundell, senior, guard, Somerdale.
Jadis McFadden, senior, point guard, Stratford.
Walter Garrison, junior, power forward, Woodbury.
Premier Long, freshman, point guard, Laurel Springs.
Julian Johnson, sophomore, shooting guard, Somerdale.
Jake Spiritoso, junior, center, Magnolia.
Travis Schmid, sophomore, power forward, Laurel Springs.
Mark Lockett, senior, shooting guard, Stratford.
Amari Key, sophomore, guard, Somerdale.
Marquise Holloway, junior, center, Magnolia.
Zion Arnett, sophomore, small forward, Somerdale.
Brandon Allison, junior, guard, Laurel Springs.
That's the entire Sterling team. Now let's meet today's starters. Number 24, CJ Mundell, the senior, and his fellow senior classmate, Jadis McFadden. Premier Long, Julian Johnson, and Walter Garrison round out the Sterling starting 5. And for Bishop Eustace, Joey Callahan and James Iannelli, Daniel Mason, the 3 seniors, and a pair of sophomores, Tommy Semeralio and Ian Glassmacher, the 2 sophomores for the Crusaders in today's second matchup in the quarterfinal round. Keys to the game, Schulze, got to execute and got to do a better job defending the post.
Yeah, they need good ball movement. Again, the defense is always the key. Cut off those baseline drives early or drives from out in the perimeter early, and don't allow them to penetrate.
And Jake, you look at the quarterfinal round we mentioned earlier. Camden beat Paul the 6th, 74-56. So they're going to move on to the semifinal rounds. That game will be at Eastern later on next week. And should the winner of this game will go on to face Camden. So that will be interesting. If it's Bishop Eustace, then it's going to be a rematch of a conference game. You look at your two coaches here, Coach Behringer on the right and Bishop Eustace coach on the left-hand side here. We're getting ready for the opening tip. It's going to be Daniel Mason going up against C.J. Mundell. Glad you joined us here on Channel 19. Rob Strauss, Kevin Schulz, Jake Clark, soon to be joined by Brian McClernand. Second quarter. Premier Long, the only freshman on the floor. He is the floor general for this Sterling team. And Johnson throws it into the backcourt. That'll be a backcourt violation. Not the start Sterling wanted.
Yeah, one guy going one way, the pass going the other way. Little things like that have plagued Sterling over the last couple weeks. And they just haven't been as sharp as they were in the early part of the season, looking kind of to get back on track in that area. They've really been struggling.
Sterling will get the ball right back as Eustace throws it away. Mundell all the way to the dish goes Garrison for the game's opening bucket.
And you know, Walter Garrison, he wasn't able to play early in the year because of the transfer portal, but he stepped up and done a phenomenal job of coming in, and especially a few injuries. A guy like Travis Schmid now out. Walter Garrison cracks the starting lineup, and he's a really talented player.
Yeah, can help you in a lot of different ways.
Ian Glassmacher ties the game at 2 off the window. Opening minute of this second of 4 games here from Sterling High School in the quarterfinals of the Camden County Tournament. McFadden, Long, open for 3, he'll take it. Too strong. Sterling gets the offensive rebound and finds a hand to Vermeer Long. Long, little teardrop floater goes.
Well, the defenders were all kind of collapsed back, and Vermeer Long took advantage of the open space.
Garrison with the steal in the bucket. Gives Sterling a 6-2 lead.
And Mr. Schulz, we always talk about anticipation, and that's a really nice job of anticipating where that pass is going to go. Really read it perfectly, got the steal, and a nice layup there for Walter Garrison.
Sterling going with a man defense. Deflected away, stays Crusader ball with 6:08 remaining here in the first.
Going to take a look here at the layup there for Walter Garrison off the backboard cam.
It's going to be a foul on Premier Long, I believe. It played a little too aggressively.
And our
they do get him with the first.
Cam survived, we think, 5 dunks, right? Was that what our general consensus in the first game?
Yeah. And listen, if the far rims and backboards and cameras can survive that game, they can survive any game.
We're good to go. That was the test.
Some electric dunks in that last game with Camden. Aaron Bradshaw was incredible in the second half.
And the winner of this game will face Camden next week at Easter.
Wagner had 26 points in that game. There's another foul on Premier Long. That's going to force Coach Behringer to go into his bench and bring in Kelvin Russell. So 2 quick fouls in just a shade over 2 minutes for Premier Long. That's going to be an issue.
Because, you want to defend the perimeter, not allow Eustace to penetrate, and Premier Long is your best perimeter defender.
Not only your best perimeter defender, but he does a phenomenal job of slowing down the game when it needs to be slowed down and really runs the offense well for the Knights.
Mundell comes up with a steal off the window, count the bucket and the foul.
And when C.J. Mundell gets downhill, good luck stopping him if you're on defense. A nice job of taking the contact and laying it up off the glass. And now he has a shot for the and one.
Yeah, you're looking at a 6'9" defender in Mason who's got some athletic ability. That's just a great job by C.J. Mundell going one-on-one to the basket.
Foul was on Daniel Mason, his first. Sterling out to a 7-point lead early on here in the first quarter. Callahan working against Mundell, sets the screen. Nowhere to go is Eustace. Good defense here by Sterling on this possession. Almost forced another turnover. Callahan all the way to the rack, has it blocked by Johnson.
Nice swat there by Julian Johnson. We're going to take a look at how this play unfolds. Good cut there for Callahan, but a nice job following it up by Julian Johnson, who swats it away.
Yeah, it's outstanding defensive play.
Triple no good by Callahan. Here comes Sterling in transition. Mundell. Garrison back to Mundell. Mundell, long range three. Is short. Rebound comes out to Garrison. Foul line jumper's good. Garrison has 6. And a timeout, Bishop Eustace. All of this is done with Premier Long on the bench. They're out to an 11-2 lead.
And Sterling's come out of the gate hot. I mean, you take a look at the shot there by Garrison from the free throw line. And it really speaks to how deep this Sterling team is. They have so many ways, so many guys that can step up on any given night. So we take another look there at the shot by Garrison.
And they're going to need that today. Again, doing a good job. You saw Mundell, Garrison a couple different times. Hurting Bishop Eustace a lot of different ways and getting out to an 11-2 lead.
Glad you joined us here on Channel 19. This is the noon game, second of 4 games. Rob Strauss, Kevin Schules, Jake Clark, Brian McClernand, right over there. Guys, this is a great tournament featuring a lot of really, really good teams in the Camden County area. Not to mention one of the best teams in the nation, let alone South Jersey.
No doubt about it. You get one great game after another, finishing with East Side at the back end of today's games. And it's really high-end high school basketball.
McFadden, yes. Another defensive effort turns into points.
And we've seen Jadis McFadden really step up in the latter half of this year when the team has started to drop off a little bit. He's been one guy that can get consistently hot when you need him to.
Eustace drives too strong. Semiraglio can't get it to fall. Johnson takes the 3. Can't hit. Iannelli with the rebound. Iannelli with a 3, and he hits. That's what Eustace needed there. They needed something to stop the bleeding, and it's 13-5.
Yeah, big shot there by James Iannelli to really just stop the Sterling run.
McFadden, Mundell, Garrison, Russell, and Johnson on the floor. 3 too strong there by McFadden, and the Crusaders come out with the rebound. 3:20 left to go in the first. Sterling out to an 8-point lead. Callahan, too strong for 3. Glassmacher tries to save it. He cannot. Goes into the end of the Sterling bench. Sterling going to make another substitution. Zion Arnett going to come in for Walter Garrison.
And I think this is the fast start you needed Sterling to have after a tough night against Haddonfield the other night. The big thing is Sterling right now, you know, within this 3-week span, they've had some spurts where they've looked good like they have here. They just got to carry it through and come out with a complete, consistent effort here today.
McFadden, jump step, fakes it, goes for 3 ball, in and out, no good. McFadden the rebound, can't get it to drop, and it will be Crusader basketball, 2:43 left to go in the first.
The shots didn't fall, but what Sterling was able to do was get Bishop Eustace chasing. And I think when you look back at Sterling in the early part of the year, especially against Eastern, when they're playing well, that's what they get teams to do. They've got to just keep that up the entire way here.
Iannelli in the lane, finds some room, and gets his second consecutive bucket. Now it's a 6-point game.
You
Russell.
get out to the early lead, but you've got to maintain it, and you can't have defensive lapses. And a couple times they given Ionelli a little bit too much space. I'm sure Coach Barringer was in their ear about that.
Mundell turns it over. Ionelli has it blocked. Good back check defense by Mundell, and Russell is going to get called for a foul. Doesn't like it.
That's a tough one. I thought Russell had all ball. We'll get a look at it right here.
Nice swat here by Mundell. Just a good job of going up, and he keeps his hands away from the rim, swats it off the backboard, and then...
Oh, yeah, Russell got the body. You always look, he got ball, but there was body down there, and they're going to get that. They're going to call it every time.
And we were talking about, guys, how, Sterling needs to get out to this early lead, but they can't take their foot off the gas. And now Bishop Eustace is starting to go on a little bit of run of their own. And what Sterling has to do here is just match basket for basket. They can't let a run happen where they lose the momentum, because they feed off the energy in this gym.
Garrison back in the game for Julian Johnson. Mundell, Arnett, Russell, Garrison, and McFadden on the floor for Sterling. Three from the corner, no good. Rebound down low at Arnett. Pinballing around, who wants it? Sterling comes out with the offensive board.
That's a good idea by Arnett. Restarting the offense, kicking it out to Mundell.
Not only a good idea, but a strong rebound there for Zion Arnett.
McFadden hands off to Mundell. Mundell will crossover dribble, working one-on-one with Callahan. Arnett, yes. Sophomore chimes in for a long two, and it's 15-8 with just about a minute to play in the first.
And he's one of those guys that comes off the bench and does a nice job of filling in when Coach Barringer needs him to. This Sterling team is so deep, have so many players that they can put in and make a difference.
Mason for three, rims out, rebound to Garrison. McFadden under a minute to play. Arnett dishes back out. Garrison, top three, leaves it short. Rebound in the hands of Glassmacher. Glassmacher with 30 to play. And now Eustace and Semiralio will wait for the final shot of the quarter. Ionelli against McFadden. Back over to Callahan. Ionelli, 8 to play. Ionelli drives. In and out, no good. Rebound Sterling. Mundell with 1 second. He's got to put it up, and he doesn't. I don't think he saw the clock. He had to let it go as soon as he crossed the half-court stripe. And even though the shot fell by McFadden, it's not going to count. But what does count is a 7-point lead going into the second quarter. 15-8 Sterling entering the second quarter. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this.
Where's your ID?
Wait a minute. Put that hood down.
You're late. Put your hood down.
Where's your ID?
And you have your backpack on.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. Sterling with a 7-point lead over Bishop Eustace after one in this Camden County Group 2 tournament. Game 2 of 4. We saw Camden go up against Paul the 6th in game 1. Sterling out to a 15-8 lead so far in this one.
Well, quick start for Sterling, like we've seen him get off to in a lot of these games. But you look on the defensive end, a couple lapses, leaving some space, and that's things they definitely have to shore up as you've got the playoffs up and coming. a few weeks.
Well, and we talked about how Sterling is to keep their foot on the gas. I mean, Bishop Eustace went on a little bit of a run of their own, so to speak, where they went on a 6-2 run towards the end of that first quarter. So let's see how that carries over now into the second.
So here is Bishop Eustace to start with possession in this second quarter. They trail by 7. That layup is no good. Nice rebound by Marquise Holloway.
They've really done a good job defending Mason down in the low post.
Here's McFadden, drives toward the basket. That shot no good. Rebounded there by Joey Callahan. Bishop Eustace chucks up a 3, and that shot is good for Semiraglio.
Well, that's a good shot there by Tommy Semiraglio. And Bishop Eustace is doing a good job of tightening up on defense and getting good looks out in transition.
You're right. The transition looks are great. They have Sterling kind of trying to find their defensive position very quickly, and they're moving the ball around fast and getting openings.
Layup is good there for James McFadden. And Sterling finds their first points of this second quarter from McFadden.
And we see that from McFadden all the time, that tough contested layup on the left-hand side, and he goes up strong and gets it to drop off the glass.
Bishop Eustace looking for a response. 3 is good for Ian Glassmacher. So now Sterling's lead cut down to 3. McFadden finds Johnson.
Yeah, Bishop Eustace is continuing to get those open looks out on the perimeter. Again, Sterling really is feeling the loss of Premier Long, especially defensively out there.
McFadden chucks up a 3, shot no good. Garrison just steals it away. He gets it back for Sterling. A long find, Johnson able to stay in bounds. He now chucks up a 3 from the corner, no good. And Garrison gets the rebound, but a foul is called. It'll be Bishop Eustace ball.
Yeah, they're gonna get Garrison on the over the back. When we take a look here at the basket from Bishop Eustace from the outside. Good shot there from Glassmacher.
Got 6 minutes left here in this first half. Sterling up by 3. Bishop Eustace trying to at least cut this lead down to 1 or tie it up.
It's amazing when you look at Bishop Eustace's division. They're in last place with a 15-7 record. But then you look at the teams above them, and that explains everything.
It's almost a great defensive play by Mundell, but Bishop Eustace gets it back. Here's a 3, and that one no good, rebounded by Garrison.
And right now, guys, Bishop Eustace is living and dying from beyond the arc.
Mundell, nice find, and Holloway with a nice layup.
And Mundell right there just dissected the Bishop Eustace defense and found Marquise Holloway all alone in the paint. Really nice find from Mundell.
Yeah, really outstanding give and go.
Layup there, no good. Bishop Eustace gets it back. Now they'll chuck up a 3, and it is good. And Semiraglio with another 3.
Well, Eustace right now, you said it, Jacob, is living dying by the 3. Have a smart lineup in there. You see Mason out. And right now, they're just looking for the open looks. And that's what's got them to within 2 here.
And Premier Long is set to check in. We're going to take a look at the last bucket right here. Just a phenomenal find there by C.J. Mundell. Once again, dissected the defense there. Found Holloway all alone, and Marquise Holloway did the rest as he subbed out now for Premier Long.
Coach Barnes, you're knowing that Sterling desperately needs Premier Long's perimeter defense.
Here is McFadden, gets that to Garrison. Then out to Premier Long. McFadden drives toward the basket, nice move. And a foul at the end of the play.
They're gonna get McFadden with the charge there. We're gonna take another look at it. Nice little pump fake. He drives inside. Good job there by Frankie Semiraglio to just take the contact and that's going to be a turnover there on Jadis McFadden.
Well, not a good job running at Jadis McFadden, but the second part of that, Samaraglio getting his position and taking one for the team was really good.
So a foul right there. Looks to be on Vermeer Long. He can't believe it.
And that's not good because now that's Long's third foul. He only has 2 more to play with for the rest of the game, so he's got to come out once again.
Yeah, we won't see Vermeer Long until the third quarter, and coach right now arguing with the ref. Did not like that call. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough way to get your third foul. We're going to take a look at this as you look at Long right here out on the perimeter. And yeah, he got tripped. That's, wow. That's it.
A nice find there. And that layup for Samaraglio ties this one up at 19.
Scratch your head over that one.
Yeah, that's just poor communication right there. Sterling wasn't set, and a nice job by Eustace to take over and take advantage.
So just like that, this game tied at 19 apiece here in this second quarter. Here's Johnson, he drives, but a foul called.
And now Sterling's stuck in a tough spot because you don't have your starting point guard. He can't play because of the 3 fouls. You got to preserve him for later in the game. So you have your backup point guard in there in Kelvin Russell. And they're really stuck in a tough spot, tied up at 19. And you can follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. Check out what's going on around the castle. Some highlights from the games here today. We covered Camden versus Paul VI, and we'll have highlights from this game on there. Follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19.
Coach Barringer talking to his guys who got out to a great start. I believe it was like a 13-3 start.
I believe it was a 13-2, 11-2, something like that. But a phenomenal start, and it seems as though Bishop Eustace has gone back with a run of their own from outside the arc. They've been firing up threes and converting.
Well, when you can hit threes like they hit, when you're getting the open looks, those types of teams are never out of a game. And that's why we're looking at a 19-19 score. And this is where Sterling, we've seen them get out to some fast starts, but they've struggled against some teams in the second quarter where they come on with runs. And that's when Sterling's been making their mistakes, especially in the defensive end, leaving guys too wide open. Bishop Eustace getting too many good, solid, open looks on the outside.
And you can never underestimate Bishop Eustace. They are last in their division, but that's because they got teams like Camden East Side, Camden Catholic, and the biggest of them all, Camden, above them. Speaking of Camden, they won earlier today against Paul VI, and the winner of this game will take on Camden in this tournament play. That'll be next weekend at Eastern.
I don't think I've ever seen a team last in a division with a 15-7 record overall. That just, it looks odd.
Take a look at the last basket by Sterling. That gave them the lead right back. A nice find by Mundell to McFadden and put up that easy layup.
Well, just like Eustace is getting open looks on the outside, Sterling is really doing a good job finding open looks down low, especially with Mason, the 6'9" guy, out of the game right now.
So Mundell, long find to Garrison. Drives and finds Johnson. Johnson chucks up a 3. That shot no good. Rebound by Garrison. And he puts that one through. Nice job finishing by Walter Garrison. Makes it a 4-point Sterling lead.
And Walter Garrison, we talk about the impact he's made on this team. Hasn't played in a ton of games. He's starting to get a few more under his belt, but he's done a phenomenal job of stepping in and being that defensive anchor when he needs to be.
Also feel more comfortable in the offensive end, too. But more importantly, I think we might have to get a shot of our brand new possession arrow. The announcer possession arrow. I don't know if we can get a shot of this. Believe it or not, this is homemade. I know it might be hard to believe. Brian, do you believe that's homemade?
No, I don't think so at all. It looks professional to me.
By Mr. Strauss back here, really bringing it. this is just going to eliminate so much confusion.
Yeah, because originally we
should.
would just have it gives your thumb a break too. It gives your hand a break from having to move back and forth. All we got to do is just flip it around and all
wrist
that.
injury there for a second.
Yeah, it's two-sided too. It's even labeled right here.
This was well thought out by Mr. Strauss.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah.
So Sterling with a 4-point lead, a little over 2 minutes to go in this first half. Here's McFadden, drives, trying to connect with Garrison, but cannot. He loses it.
One last thing, who's going to be responsible to hold on the possession arrow in between games? Where do we store it? I'll let Brian's thinking hard about that right now. We'll give you to the second half to come up with an answer.
I might have to think about that one.
Okay.
So that bucket does not go. There's a traveling violation. It'll be Sterling ball.
Lucky break there by Sterling, as that would have made it a 2-point game. But now Sterling got to keep getting good shots. They have a 4-point advantage right now and just got to keep working the ball down low. That seems to be what's working.
So we got a foul off the ball here. And it looks to go against Iannelli.
Coming in for the Crusaders.
And now the Crusaders make a substitution to put Daniel Mason, the 6'9" center, back into the game, hoping that he'll be able to lock down and stop those baskets from Sterling down in the low block.
So a traveling violation on Johnson. So that'll go to Bishop Eustace ball.
And guys, for the history buffs out there, the Knights taking on the Crusaders is pretty much a historical matchup back to the medieval days.
Good, interesting look at that.
Speaking of history buffs, I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Karp. He is a big supporter of Channel 19, and he's requested a shout out, and I've never been able to give it to him, but now.
Mr. Farr.
Mr. Farr?
I thought you said Mr. Did you say
No,
Mr.
I said Mr. Karp.
Oh, okay, Carpenter. Oh, no doubt about it. I'm sorry, I misheard you. Yeah, Mr. Carpenter, probably one of the #1 fans out there. Former Teacher of the Year.
Bishop Eustace stays with it. Foul called at the end of the play. Clock stopping with 58.4 seconds remaining.
We're going to take another look at this right here. Ball was battered around by Mundell and ends up in the hands of Iannelli, and he gets fouled. But I want to point out somebody on Bishop Eustace who has 8 points in this quarter, and 2 of them, 2 shots from the outside, is Tommy Samaranglo. He's done a phenomenal job of really willing the Crusaders back into this game, now only a 1-point deficit.
And the other thing, you know, we talked about how Sterling's working down low. Well, when you're getting the 2s, and Bishop Eustace is the team that's been hitting more from the outside, they have the ability to get back in the game and go on runs a little bit easier with the 3s.
So some big free throws there, tied up at 23. There's Mundell able to stay with it. Trying to make the move, gets it stripped away. Goes in the hands of Bishop Eustace. Less than 40 seconds remain. Wide open 3, and it's no good. And it's Samaraglia able to stay with it after missing the wide open 3. Trying to slow down possession, wait till a final shot. 15 seconds left. Swatted away by Mundell, and it goes out of play.
Going to take a look at the contact here on Mundell. He's going to.
That's a football play right there.
So that is going to do it here in this first half. We are all knotted up at 23 through 2 quarters. Second half action coming up right after this here at the Castle.
me call him dumb and useless.
Bet, I will.
Yeah, you better.
Hey man, do you need help opening your locker?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
No problem. Nice shoes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey man,
Are you okay? No, man, this dude keeps bullying me.
here, try this out.
What is it?
This is stop it. You can report people that bully.
Thank you, man.
Where were you? You were supposed to meet me at my locker.
I had to get my books.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it.
I guess one time isn't gonna kill me.
It's totally safe. We do this all the time.
There's no way these drugs are laced, right?
Trust me, you're gonna be fine.
I just need to forget everything.
It'll be fun.
A lethal dose of fentanyl is just 4 grains of sand and can hide in any drug. So no matter what you and your friends think, what you can't see will kill you. Don't die to get high. Fentanyl is fatal. Get the whole truth at CamdenCounty.com/fentanyl.
Cinnamon butter. This is mine now. That was mine. Hey, give it back. No.
Family will be cared for.
Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Oh, a pillow. I should whack him with it. I'm telling Mom. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry here. Have fish. It's okay. Can I get some? Yum. Thank you. Can I watch TV with you? Sure. Big City Greens. Hey, Leah, you want to play with me? Yeah. Yeah. Can I play with you? Sure. Sorry for being mean to you, Vaughn. It's okay, Leah. I love you.
Hey, dude, you ready for this test?
Yeah, man, I spent all night studying on my computer.
All right, guys, the test is in your laptop.
All right, let's do this. Oh no. Oh no, I forgot to charge my computer.
Yo, do you have a charger?
Nah, sorry, dude.
Watch where you're going, big dog.
All right, everybody, it's time to put the phones away as we get started for class today. AJ, I told you to get off the phone.
Okay, I'll put it away. Gosh.
Yo, you should put your phone away. You can get sent down to the principal's office and get it taken.
AJ, how many times do I have to tell you stay off your phone? Get down to the vice principal's office.
And welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. All knotted up here at 23 between the Bishop Eustace Crusaders and your Sterling Knights. Let's take a look at the leading scorers. Walter Garrison and Jadis McFadden, both with 8. Mundell has 3. Tommy Samaraglio with 8. Iannelli with 7. And Glassmacher with 6. Going to take a look at some of the leading scorers' highlights. Here for Eustace is Tommy Samaraglio.
All kinds of space on the perimeter. There you see them going right to the hole, but.
And for the Knights, Walter Garrison has had an impressive first half, guys.
Yeah, he initially did a good job coming on the scene as an impact defender, scored some, but now he's really having an impact on the offensive end as we see him here. Scored from different areas. And then getting the putback right there. Sterling really dominant down in the low post, but we look at our bracket here. The winner of this game gets to face the juggernaut of Camden High School, who we saw in the first game, who was as built. DJ Wagner was just outstanding. And we're going to see some girls basketball this Wednesday, February 15th. We're going to take on Camden Catholic. One of those games that's a tune-up for the upcoming playoffs, and the girls have really been playing well.
Girls on the road right now at Palmyra. I believe that's a 1 o'clock tip, so they should be getting underway in the next 20 minutes or so. And the girls gearing up for what we hope to be a very long run in the South Jersey Group 2 tournament, as well as the boys going to be a top seed.
Yeah, the girls look to be right now a 3 seed, but as you were saying, Rob, could possibly get a 2 with the win today, but that all remains to be seen. There's some things that have to happen. But looking at the business at hand, as we look at the Knights coming out here, they definitely suffered from having Ramir Long out with foul trouble. There was just too much space on the perimeter. and Bishop Eustace took advantage of it with the open looks and the threes.
Speaking of the girls team, you see right in front of Coach Barringer, there's blocking our shot, but there's assistant coach Kylie O'Donnell. There she is, down in front. But
it's almost like Coach Barringer was listening to us and was just trying to mess with us a little bit.
I tell you what, you want to talk about an impressive player when she was here that did everything on the floor, gave everything, left it all on the floor. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Second female ever to head coach a boys game. If you remember when Coach Barringer was out a couple years ago, Coach O'Donnell came in and made history.
So now third quarter action begins. If you're just joining us, I'm Jake Clark, joined by Kevin Schulz, Rob Strauss, Brian McClernand will be on in the fourth quarter.
And Premier Long back in there, defending the perimeter. Tough third foul called on him. Really was a little bit of a head scratcher, but he's back out there.
Three from Sam Agrello was no good. And now here's Mundell. Nice find inside, but too hot to handle there for Julian Johnson.
That's the second time that Mundell has had a real good look down low, and his teammates unfortunately not able to hang on to the pass.
Pass stolen away there by Mundell, heaves it across. Garrison now finds Long, he's gonna slow up the pace. And what an asset to have back into the lineup is Premier Long. Hasn't had much playing time throughout that first half with the 3 fouls that he has.
And even defending now in the perimeter with 3 fouls, you gotta watch yourself, but I'll take 80% aggressiveness defending with the perimeter from Premier Long rather than him sitting on the bench any day.
It's an offensive foul on McFadden here with the push off.
They get it. They get the foul there on Jadis McFadden, so that'll be his second foul and force a turnover. Nice way to beat the trap there for the Crusaders. Good passing on the perimeter. Nice find inside for Mason.
Officials are going to talk this over. Both teams pointing in different directions. They're going to discuss it.
And it will stay with the Crusaders. Let's take one more look at it. We have the benefit of the replay there.
That's a coin flip.
So here are the Crusaders on offense. Iannelli with the offensive foul there. Take a look, he drives inside and extends that arm. And that push off there, enough to get him his 3rd foul of the game. Still scoreless here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, both teams struggling for offense.
Garrison, shot is good, and it breaks the scoring trap between both teams as he gets 2 there for the Knights.
And that's what you do if you're Sterling. That's where you've had your advantage down in the low post, and great job of Garrison just staying with it.
Iannelli's shot doesn't go, rebound Mundell, finds Garrison. Garrison, now McFadden in the corner. He fires up a 3, and it's good for Jadis McFadden.
I believe that's our first 3. And boy, if Sterling can get things going from the outside as well as the inside, it's really going to allow them to pull away.
Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Knights ball.
Great job by Sterling defending the baseline. Here we see them get the long pass to Jadis McFadden. He drains it.
So here's Long to run the point for the Knights. Finds Mundell, back to Long. Mundell fires up a 3. Hung to the knees. CJ Mundell for 3.
There we go. There's a call. And boy, a team is starting to get some outside rhythm here. 2 successive threes. Just like that, Sterling is holding an 8-point lead in a quarter that really struggled. Had both teams struggling for offense early on.
Pass is swatted away by Mundell, now in the hands of Garrison. Garrison running the break. Garrison finds McFadden in the corner, now back out to Long. Here's Mundell, another 3 from Mundell. Doesn't go that time, bobbled around in the hands of Johnson. Johnson's shot is up, doesn't go, rebound Crusaders. And the timeout now for Bishop Eustace. Gonna take a look at the bucket here.
And you see C.J. Mundell popping out, setting those feet, and firing away.
60-second timeout.
Just like that, you're looking at Sterling with an 8-point lead.
And according to the possession arrow, I've got to tell you about Sterling TV 19 on Facebook. Make sure you check it out. All the great happenings. Sterling High School actually promoting the Facebook as well. So we'll get all the latest on what's going on around Sterling TV 19, around Sterling High School on Facebook. Possession arrow has been switched.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It
for
really
me here
is.
in the
I'm
middle.
going to get a more official looking one. Maybe we'll. Do you think we can
You're
dip
not
into
going
the
to find
budget?
anything more official looking than
I think we
that.
could dip into the budget and get a fancy one like Mr. Farr has over there in the scores table. Because I don't think this is going to last the rest of the season. I mean, I could be wrong, but it would be nice to have something like what Mr. Farr has officially on the table.
Yeah, well, as far as that lasting, it depends who's in charge of it. I think we're going to leave Brian in charge of it since Brian doesn't have a headset on. It doesn't have any say right now. So.
All right, so I think my drawing is better. I'm not going to lie. But
right here,
can we do a side by side? I mean, there's this, that. I don't know. I kind of like.
Can we do a
mine.
split screen? We're really challenging Mr. K. We're putting undue pressure on him there.
Is there a game going on or something, or are we just going to talk about the possession arrow?
Let's get back to basketball here. 31-23, the Knights lead it. Bishop Eustace still scoreless in this third quarter. Nice find and a basket there to end the drought from Ionelli.
That's our first bucket of the third quarter.
Good ball movement by Eustace.
We've seen
Johnson outside.
We've seen Sterling get out to these big leads, and then opponents just find ways to cut into it.
Mundell fires up a 3. That's good for C.J. Mundell.
Well, now they're going to defend him a little bit closer. That's where C.J. Mundell can hurt you with that quick first step and drive into the hole.
He's got 2 shots from beyond the arc. Now the Crusaders on offense. Callahan now in the corner. Ionelli, and Ionelli answers back with a 3 of his own.
Well, that's the thing. You know, Sterling had a 9-point lead, but it's never safe against Eustace with their ability to hit from the outside.
Johnson's jumper is no good. Now running the break for the Crusaders is Joey Callahan. Callahan looking for help. Ionelli in the corner. Ionelli fires up another 3, and that's good for James Ionelli.
Ionelli for 3.
Ionelli's really hurt Sterling in the first half with the threes, getting Eustace back in it. And right there, didn't have a whole lot of space like he had early on, but that was just a great catch and shoot. Really good quick release by Ionelli.
15 points for Ionelli.
McFadden for 3, that's good.
Well, when you're countering it with threes, not a bad thing. Sterling in the first half was countering with 2s, which got Eustace back in the game.
Basket there is good for Ionelli. He's taking on the offensive load for the Crusaders. 2 minutes remain in a 4-point contest. Timeout for Coach Behringer. It'll be a full timeout assessed to the Knights. Going to take a look here. Long makes the extra pass to McFadden. 6 it from outside. And McFadden's been one of those guys that's really stepped up in his 3-point ability throughout the season.
Yeah, especially this game. Oh, here we go.
All right, let's do it.
There
This is what we got. I don't know. I mean, they're both they're both facing the right way.
That's right. It's flexible. Right.
Yeah.
That one doesn't move.
Yeah, do you think it would be confusing for the officials if we had 2 possession arrows on the court, or no?
A little bit. Yeah.
Maybe.
Confusing to us.
I don't know. This is nice. Maybe I'll laminate it. You know, get it on some.
We do have a laminating machine.
We do.
The question is, do you know how to use the laminating machine?
I think we should all put our names on this. Anybody that's done a read for a promo, we should put them all on here and leave our. I mean, I like this. I'm not gonna lie.
You made
this is a good idea.
You're partial.
I'll work on that for the girls' game on Wednesday.
Did we flip? Where was it? We just picked it up and moved it.
We're good.
Where was it?
I got you.
Originally. We might have to go back to a replay to reset our possession hour.
Do we have to keep the thing in our pocket?
I think so. There's got to be something. This is too much.
Whoever's not on the air is responsible for the possession error.
Right.
So right now it's Brian.
Just well, that's too much fun.
Brian's not on the air, so he's got to store it. He's got to keep it in his locker, maybe. Brian looks like a guy who's got a clean locker.
I don't use my locker.
Oh, okay. But you have a locker, so there's plenty of space in it.
That is true. I do.
Or we just keep it in the truck.
The plot just thickens here.
Take a look here at the contact and the foul, and Jadis McFadden will go to the line as we focus back onto the court.
Good job, Jacob, getting us redirected.
First free throw is good there for Jadis McFadden. Makes it a 38-33 ball game. Second free throw is good there for McFadden. He goes 2 for 2 at the line for that trip. So here is Callahan, picked up by Arnett. Iannelli outside. He's been red hot for the Crusaders. Callahan finds Tommy Samugrello. Foul is called on the floor. It'll be on Zion Arnett.
You saw them with the foul, but that was probably for about a 40-second span. Sterling's best half-court defensive set in a long time.
Iannelli with a tough shot there, and he gets it to fall at the rim. What a phenomenal job he's done for the Bishop Eustace Crusaders on the offensive end.
12 points already in this quarter.
Garrison drives inside. He'll be fouled and get an opportunity at the line. Take a look there at the tough layup.
Oh, not a bad job of Garrison defending. That's just an outstanding job by Iannelli finishing.
Garrison's first free throw is good. Extends the lead to 5. Garrison's second free throw, no good. Rebound there by Glassmacher. Samugrello got away with a bit of a charge there. And
I think they got C.J. Mundell with the foul.
you see Long tried to set his feet and take the charge there, and you're right, they do get Mundell with the foul. Let's take one more look at it.
They got the body there, but I don't know what came first. I mean, Long was in there on the help.
Mundell coming in and with the body.
So here is Iannelli outside. Finds Callahan. Iannelli been red hot in this third quarter. And a foul off the ball there. And frustration visibly shown there from Premier Long.
I think they got them both with a foul.
Yeah, that's calling it tight. At some point, you got to let them play. That's his 4th foul, and he's visibly frustrated.
They got Premier Long with his 4th, and they got Semeralio with his 2nd.
Foul number 4 Long.
You're not going to see Premier Long for quite a while now.
Yeah, we're going to go into the fourth quarter, sure, without seeing them 4 fouls. A couple tough ones in there, no question about it.
So now just 20 seconds remain as Callahan is outside. Bishop Eustace trying to hold for a final shot.
Iannelli's the only one that scored for Eustace in this quarter.
So here's Iannelli. 1 second, shot is up and no good there for Tommy Samagrello. And so the third quarter ends with the Knights up by 5. They lead it 40-35. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after a quick break.
Watch where you're going, pal.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Guys, this has to stop. 8% of high schoolers have bought on school property. It isn't cool. This ain't no fight club. We have to change.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. Sterling with a 5-point lead over Bishop Eustace heading into this fourth quarter, and a very important fourth quarter for both sides, as the winner of this game will go on to face Camden in the next round.
Well, that third quarter had its shares of a couple threes from C.J. Mondell and Jadis McFadden. A good solid third quarter. Got off to a slow offensive start, I believe, probably about 3 minutes into it, and they still hadn't scored a point. Neither team scored a point, but things really got going after you saw McFadden hitting that first three. And Sterling really got into an offensive rhythm, leading by 5 here.
And Sterling's really got to find an answer for number 3, James Iannelli. He has 19 points through 3 quarters.
Make that 21.
And not wide open looks now. He's defended tough, but sometimes you got to give credit where credit's due. And Iannelli, who hurt Sterling with threes in the first half, he's doing great down in the low post.
Fouls on number 3, Iannelli. Fourth foul.
So a foul there on Iannelli. That's his 4th foul.
Bishop Eustace, number 13, Holland.
So Iannelli, with 4 fouls, is coming out of this game kind of in the same situation that Premier Long is in for Sterling.
Here's Mundell with it for Sterling.
And that's a tough break there for the Crusaders, as he's their leading scorer. He's got 19 through 3 quarters. He also hit 3 threes in that third quarter.
Finds Garrison. And we got a foul off the ball. It looks like it's going to be on Joey Callahan.
Third foul, team 6.
But we saw a very physical game in that first game with Camden and Paul 6. But this game definitely also has its physical aspects to it, physical traits.
Fadden gets that one. Mid-range shot no good by Arnett. There's a foul at the end of the play. And it'll be Bishop Eustace ball.
Third foul, team's 5th.
A little over 7 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Sterling up by 3. Bishop Eustace with a chance to tie it up. And they will try, and they will. Joey Callahan for 3 ties it up at 40.
and we've been talking about it all game. Bishop Eustace living and dying by the 3, and right now they are living it up from outside.
Well, that's 3, no good. Can't get that shot to connect. So now here's Bishop Eustace with possession, trying to take the lead. Here's Samaraglio working against Arnett. Then gets it to Callahan. Working against Julian Johnson. He drives, makes a move, finds Samaraglio. For 3, it is good. And Tommy Samaraglio gives Bishop Eustace a 43-40 lead over the Knights.
Boy, they're fighting back and down by as many as 9 in that third quarter. Now by way of 3, as you said, Jacob.
Fadden shot is swatted away.
Pull ahead by 3.
So here's Samaraglio. 5:40 to go in this fourth quarter. Again, winner of this game will move on to face Camden in the next round of this Camden County tournament.
And guys, it's anybody's game right now. I mean, 43-40.
3 up there is no good.
There's the first one.
Nice shot outside for Callahan. And now you're going to see the 3 hit by Tommy Samaraglio in the corner for the lead.
Here's Julian Johnson for a 3 in the corner. It's no good. Johnson can't get his own rebound back. It's Samaraglio who gets it instead for Eustace.
And Mr. Schultz, we talked about how Sterling, when Bishop Eustace is hitting the 3, they got to answer with their own 3s. But now I think Sterling is starting to come out of their own game plan a little bit and start to take and force some 3s from the outside.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, you're only down by 3 right now. You want to have good trips down the floor. And Eustace right now is really taking their time, having good, patient half-court sets. You know, they're down in their half-court right now. Their possessions are almost to a minute. Really long possessions, and they're forcing Sterling to come out right here, as you see Mundell come out defensively to attack the perimeter. And that leaves space, and they dish it off and drive to the basket.
So count the bucket and the foul for Tommy Samaraglio. And that Bishop Eustace bench was fired up.
Still anybody's game here. Only a 5-point game, potentially a 6-point game. Sterling still has a ton of time with 4:21 left to go.
And that's what pulling the defense out does. You take some time, you move your patient around there on the outside, you force the defense out. Gives you a little more space. The passing lanes are wider. The lanes to drive to the basket are a little bit wider. And Bishop Eustace, give them credit, they took advantage of that. And just like that, they're up by 6.
So Samaraglio capitalizes off the foul, makes it a 6-point game. 4:10 remaining in this fourth quarter. Long connects with Garrison.
You saw Ramir Long out for a while. Now he's back in there. I mean, we know how he plays defensive in the perimeter, but he also is the floor general of this offense. And they definitely need him in there to get things going.
Garrison chucks up a 3, and it is good. Big 3 for Walter Garrison. Cuts this lead down to 3 for Bishop Eustace.
Boy, how many times in what the 7 or 8 game span since Walter Garrison's joined the team has he come up with a big play, a big defensive stop, or right there, a big 3.
And a timeout called by Bishop Eustace with 3:26 left. Here, we'll take a look at the 3.
Take another look at it here. Nice dribble drive by McFadden, dishes it off. Garrison has space from way beyond the arc there. Definitely wasn't hugging the line, made sure his feet were behind it. Good job. Bishop Eustace, we talked about, is living and dying by the 3, and Sterling is taking shots that aren't in their offense. This shot is in Sterling's offense. It's a good look there for Walter Garrison, and he knocks it down.
A lot of different momentum swings within this game. And nice job by Jadis McFadden going right into the defense and kind of allowing them to collapse back. That gives Garrison a little bit of extra room to set the feet and fire away.
And momentum is one of those things that won't show up in the stat sheet, but it definitely makes a big difference on the game. As we take a look here, Camden beat Paul VI earlier today, and now the winner of this game will go on to face Camden Tuesday, February 14th at Eastern. And guys, Bishop Eustace has been on an 11-3 run in the fourth quarter. Sterling really got to tighten things up defensively if they want a shot to win this game.
Yeah, you never feel like you can consistently pull away from a Bishop Eustace team. Too much offensive firepower. You've got different weapons.
So 3:20 left to go in this fourth quarter. Bishop Eustace up by 3. Trying to add on, make this a 2-possession lead for them.
He's Strong right now trying to get that trap going.
And a 3 for Joey Callahan. Big one there for Eustace.
Gets the open look, and Callahan drains it.
As Mundell gets it to Long. Back to Mundell. Mundell chucks up a 3. Shot cannot go. And a nice rebound there by Glassmacher.
Yeah, and that's where Eustace is really going to, again, be patient in their half-court set. I'm sure Sterling right now, down by 6, is going to have to come out and attack the perimeter.
And that shot down the floor was not probably the look that Coach Behringer wanted from his guys, and especially CJ Mundell was way beyond the arc for that 3.
So here's Samaraglio at the line after the foul by Mundell. First shot is up and good. Here comes his second. And he puts it through. So now an 8-point lead here for Bishop Eustace. The Knights will try and battle back from. Shot is no good by Julian Johnson from the corner. And a timeout called by the Knights.
You can check us out on Instagram at SterlingTV19. A bunch of wonderful content we have over there about what's going on at school. And behind the scenes with the tech program, you can check it out on Instagram at SterlingTV19. And on Instagram, we just posted a couple of pictures with DJ Wagner, number 2 ranked player in the country for the senior class. He's committed to Kentucky. We had a wonderful interview with him on Channel 19 postgame show.
Great job by you, Jacob, getting some insight on what it's like to be one of the top players in the country. And boy, he was as advertised. Just an incredible player and fun to watch. Stayed well beyond the game, posed for a lot of pictures, so not only is a great basketball player, but a real fine individual. So that's a nice thing to see.
So Bishop Eustace up here by 8 with 2:15 left.
And now Eustace is really going to take their time here as nice steal there by Mundell.
With a nice steal, and Mundell with a nice dunk by CJ Mundell cuts this lead down to 6.
Well, that's a big bucket. We usually see him dunk those when we're on the winning end here, but now we need a couple stops on defense.
And they got Eustace playing a little out of control, so the pressure's working here. What you need to do. And
so we'll take a look at the dunk by Mundell after the defensive play.
Raise the roof here, CJ Mundell just slams it home. And then we had a charge there on the other end on Joey Callahan. So that's his 4th foul. Got to play a little cautious with 1:30 left to go.
Here's Mundell and a foul at the end. That's going to be on Mundell.
Tough one. That's the right call right there. And Mundell kind of, I don't think he saw the defender there and just kind of had his momentum going that way. And obviously you see the defender. Ooh, you know what? I don't know. Kind of had that other foot moving a little bit there.
I thought the feet were choppy right off the bat.
Yeah, on the replay, I think you're right, Jacob.
Less than a minute and a half to go. Here's Callahan.
Shaping up.
He is going to be fouled.
To be a game for Eustace to win at the free throw line at this point, up by 6.
That was on number 21, Garrison. Fourth foul.
Fourth foul there for Walter Garrison. Team's 9th. And it'll be Callahan to shoot from the line. First shot is good.
And Eustace, guys, right now just looks to be a team full of hot-handed shooters from both outside and at the free throw line to be able to ice this game away.
So now a 3-possession game for Bishop Eustace. Sterling going to need a miracle. Mundell for 3. It is good. Big 3 by C.J. Mundell. We got a 5-point game.
Well, that's the guy you want with the ball if you're Sterling. C.J. Mundell, the big senior. Now we got to get a foul off here.
Smart move by Callahan, wheeling it around. Here's the 3 from way out. C.J. Mundell drains it.
So clock stops with 59 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. As here's Mason to shoot from the line. First shot is good.
And right now, even if they capitalize on these free throws here, Sterling can keep getting buckets from the outside. As we know, Mr. Schultz, 3 is greater than 2.
Sure, yeah. We had to fit that in there, right? We always got to get that in at least one broadcast.
Just working in the
good work by you, right down to the last minute.
Mundell drives toward the basket, foul called.
Going to take another look at this. You got to move at fast speeds here. Nice job by Mundell. This is the guy you want with the ball, just attacking the rim, no fear. And he gets himself to the line, but first a timeout.
Yeah, this is a tough one. You got a 7-point deficit with less than a minute left, and tough game if you end up losing this one, especially with the way they got off to the quick start.
Our next TV game is this Wednesday, February 15th. Girls basketball taking on Camden Catholic at 5:30. You can find that live on Channel 19 as well as YouTube.com/SterlingTV19. Camden Catholic, one of the best teams in South Jersey, so the girls facing a very tough team, but best of luck as we'll have them covered live here on Channel 19.
Coach McDonald as well as Coach Barringer, these guys don't shy away from tough out-of-division competition, and they always say that kind of gets you playoff tested, so it'll be exciting to see that game on Wednesday.
Yeah, they're not afraid to go out and play teams that are better than them because it allows for their guys to, the guys and the players to get a few learning experiences along the way to the playoffs, and it does give, as you said, Mr. Schultz, a playoff-like atmosphere.
Bishop Eustace has had a lot of different contributions today in getting themselves to this 7-point lead with 52 seconds remaining.
So here is Mundell to shoot from the line. 52.5 seconds remain in this fourth quarter. Mundell's first shot is good.
And they got to capitalize on everything here, as now it's Bishop Eustace is going on an 18-9 run in this fourth quarter.
And Mundell cannot connect with his second. And another foul. This time with 46.3 seconds to go.
And this is the game you got to play. You just got to keep fouling and hoping for some misses at the line and hoping that you can convert quickly on the other end.
Tommy Samaraglio to shoot from the line here for Bishop Eustace. He's had a good game today.
Yeah, come up with some big outside shots. And
it's really good.
After the quick start, the wheels kind of came off the bus when they had to take out Premier Long with the foul trouble. Sterling really had a tough time defending the perimeter, and give credit to Eustace. They took advantage of it. And in the offensive end, you lost your point guard, Premier Long, for a significant period of time there.
He was pretty much kept on the bench for the entire first half.
Yeah.
So here is Mundell driving toward the basket. Shot is good. Count the bucket and the foul.
Well, there's still time. I mean,
and this is the guy, as we keep saying, you want with the ball. He's just not afraid to be great out on the floor, just constantly going up, attacking the rim, fires it from outside. He knows he's one of the best players on this court right now and plays with some swag, especially when the team needs him to step up.
Cannot convert on the extra point. Stone looking for a quick foul. They get it.
So that's Mundell's 5th foul, and that's a real big blow there for the Knights, as now he's got to come out. He's fouled out. He's frustrated.
So this time it's James Iannelli to shoot for Eustace.
And now Sterling has to look for somebody else to step up. Maybe a guy like Walter Garrison or Jadis McFadden or even freshman point guard Premier Long. Somebody has to get buckets quickly.
No good on the first shot. And that's big for Sterling right there.
Yeah, every missed free throw is one less point that Sterling has to try and come back, and there's 2, and now they got to go on the run.
So misses both. McFadden driving. Shot there is blocked. It does not go out of play. It's Eustace who comes up with it. Driving toward the basket. Layup is good from Samaraglio. Sterling's got to hurry up. They trail by 8 now. Here's McFadden. McFadden chucks up a 3. Shot there is no good. Johnson with the rebound. And that shot there no good as well.
Well, you know, we're talking about Sterling having a tough one here, but you got to give credit to what Bishop Eustace has been able to do. You know, guys, we talked at length about their division, and we talk about playing good teams and being battle tested. This Bishop Eustace team's definitely battle tested when you look at the likes of the teams that they go against. You know, you're talking about playing Camden Catholic, Camden Eastside, and Paul Six 2 times each year. So they're 8 games against some top flight competition, and obviously you're going to get your fair share of adversity going against those teams.
And that'll do it. And I mean, Mundell had a good game for the Knights, but just not enough to stop the Crusaders. Mundell had 17 in the loss.
And that is going to do it here at the Castle. Bishop Eustace takes down the Knights 59-51 the final. They'll move on to face Camden on February 15th as the Sterling Knights fall here at home against a very tough Bishop Eustace squad.
Yeah, just a frustrating game for Sterling, and again, you just said it, Brian, against a tough Bishop Eustace squad that defended, that hit the threes and had a lot of different weapons, and came back and did what they had to do to come away with a big win.
Well, in Sterling, really, they have those stretches where they have a few lulls on defense and they get a little lackadaisical on defense, and I think that really came back to bite them today. And on Wednesday, you can check out our next TV game. It'll be girls basketball taking on Camden Catholic at 5:30. It'll be live on Channel 19 and YouTube.com/SterlingTV19.
So I believe that's going to wrap us up.
I think we're going to wrap it
here on Channel 19. As Sterling not able to win it here today, they lose to Bishop Eustace 59-51 the final. I'm Brian McLaren, joined by the great Kevin Schules as well as the great Jay Clark. And we cannot forget about the incredible Robert Strauss.
And his possession arrow.
And the possession arrow that we will keep very safe. But that's going to do it here on Channel 19. Thanks to Mr. K and all the tech crew guys for helping us out here today. Have a great Valentine's Day for all who celebrate. Have a great Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow.